Hello, and welcome to ASMR Galaxy. My name is Jackson Galaxy, and today's video will be motivating you to sleep. As this is a video designed to help you fall asleep, I'll have to get all of the stuff for YouTube out of the way up front, rather than at the end of the video, so please consider liking the video if you do indeed like it. Consider subscribing to the channel, turning on notifications if you'd like to be notified of when these videos go live. Please check out the description for links to our Patreon page where you can help us fund these videos and their production, as well as links to our other YouTube channels. We are currently reworking our Patreon rewards, so hopefully those will be out very soon. And once again, thank you for joining me. Let's start off this video by just taking a moment to take a deep breath, however you feel to do so. That felt pretty good. I'm gonna take another deep breath. Feel free to do so along with me. Take a moment to make sure that everything that needs to be taken care of has been taken care of. Make sure that your teeth is brushed, that your front door is locked, that everything's turned off that needs to be turned off. Get your blankets in order, get your pajamas in order, get your pillow fluffed. So let's take another moment, this time taking a very specific type of breath, in through the mouth and then out through the nose. In through the mouth, that breath will be focused on cooling the roof of your mouth and the back of your throat. Feel free to open your jaw as wide as you can, as wide as is comfortable. Don't worry about how you look, because it's time for sleep. And that's what matters most. It should look a little something like this. Something about that relaxes the root of your tongue in your mouth, stretches open your jaw, making sure that you're not clenching your jaw, that your face begins to relax. It's hard to do that type of breath with your eyes open as well. Your eyes naturally close, giving you a sensation that things are winding down for the day. Let's do another one of those types of breaths now. Really focusing on cooling the inside of your mouth, the back of your throat, and then don't even bother trying to breathe out. Just relax. Just let your out-breath fall out of you. Now we'll take another little moment to wiggle your toes, stretch any part of you that needs to be stretched. Find a comfortable position and relax. Relax, relax, relax. I was watching some recent YouTube videos. Dr. K runs a channel called Healthy Gamer GG. here on YouTube. And in a recent video, he mentions a lot about executive function and motivation. And for me, personally, having struggled with those things, having ADHD and all of the many, just daily challenges and challenges from normal life that come along with being alive in the modern era, I've recently found a lot of what you might call motivation to work on this YouTube channel and my other YouTube channels. Taking care of my kitty cats. They're sitting on the floor watching me. And I often get motivated to do stuff right before I fall asleep. So this video is meant to be something of a hybrid experience. My intent with this is to help you feel motivated, to be excited for the next upcoming day. Oftentimes it's easy to put stuff off and say, oh, I'll do that tomorrow, I'll do that on Monday, I'll start that next month. And I am guilty of that, just as anyone else is, I think, but something about, in my experience anyway, sort of making a bullet-pointed list, writing a post-it note with the activities that you want to get done tomorrow, the things that you need to get done tomorrow. Anything like that the night before can give you a checklist of things to do tomorrow. I often don't write these down, as most of the time it's just film and edit a video, for example, for me. But I've seen quite a lot of success. People that are extremely organized and people that are extremely unorganized benefiting from that type of activity. I'll be borrowing a lot from that YouTube channel I just mentioned, because it gave me a lot of the language and a lot of the conceptual things that I needed to sort of express these feelings that I've had for a while. And hopefully, in my experience being shared with you, you can find some success in those types of things before. Let's take another deep breath. In through the mouth, and then relax. Those types of breaths feel so good. They're worth taking a conscious moment to really just enjoy from time to time, even in the middle of the day. Now, the word motivation is an absolutely terrible word. It conveys very little about things that can be vast and overwhelming. Simply acting when you feel like you want to act, or acting on things that you feel like you should be acting upon, it can be quite a challenge. And the word motivation distills an unlimited myriad, an ocean of things that could be causing that. The word motivation, and motivation as a concept, is often seen, it's often diagnosed, it's often blamed as though it is a problem. And it is not a problem. Motivation is a symptom of any number of other problems. And that deconstruction of that word has helped me quite a bit. It's opened up my understanding of how the word motivation can masquerade as a problem, and being incredibly effective at obscuring what the problem or what problems may actually be lying underneath. Now, a big part for me, as someone with ADHD, someone who's living in the modern era with social media and all the distractions of the internet and mobile phones and smart devices and everything else, executive function and executive dysfunction tends to be one of the things that modern psychology, modern psychiatry, and that kind of thing gives to the name for people who are unable to order and break down larger tasks into smaller, achievable tasks. Again, from Dr. K, he gives the example of telling a 3-year-old to clean a room versus telling a child that's much older to clean a room. Your brain doesn't finish developing executive function until in about your early 30s. And again, to quote Dr. K, you can't wait to finish junior high, you can't wait to finish high school or university until your executive function has fully developed. So the bullet-pointed list, the post-it note of just writing down and breaking down tasks can be an incredibly useful skill. He gives the example of you are paralyzed from the neck down. You can only speak, but you have an assistant who is perfect and will do everything that you tell them to do, exactly as you tell them to do it. If you have to break down a much larger task, like he gives the example of winning a Nobel Peace Prize. My example would be creating a successful YouTube channel, financially successful YouTube channel. How would you tell this perfect assistant to do that thing? Right? I don't have a good example of the Nobel Peace Prize thing, which is why I'm using my own life as an example. So for me, breaking down every possible thing that they would have to do is like, acquire a device that's capable of going online, make a Google account, log in to your Google account, make a YouTube account, get a camera, a digital camera, something able to capture video, some way to edit that video, and on and on and on as these tasks break down. And breaking down tasks in that way allows you to put them on a post-it note. And one of the most satisfying things for your brain is checking something off a post-it note. Checking something off a list. That strike through, that check mark. That thing can be the difference between achieving something that you want to achieve and not achieving something. Let's take another deep breath. In through the mouth, out through the nose, focusing on cooling the roof of the mouth and the back of the throat. This time, as you exhale, just focusing on relaxing, letting your breath fall out. Allow your eyes to close. Being excited to wake up and get your day going can be one of the best feelings in the world. Being able to sink your teeth into life, into any individual moment, into achieving a goal or finding success in a way that you weren't expecting. Finding success through other failures is often one of the greatest pleasures in life. Now, if you're anything like me, once you reach this point, you might feel a bit agitated trying to go to sleep. You may feel like you want to get up and start working on these projects or these goals. And to that I would respond with, yeah, that's a true feeling. That is a thing that happens to me. But I have found success in leaving a little something for yourself to look forward to every day. So I would encourage you to make your morning a time where you just take a moment, almost as though it's a form of meditation. When you wake up, before you get out of bed, just give yourself the task of making your broken down list. Giving yourself achievable goals. Simple tasks, something like getting out of bed, brushing your teeth, having a meal. To start off that list can be incredibly motivating, because there's nothing more satisfying than striking something off of a list. So those first few tasks, like easy pins to knock down, to use a bowling analogy, just give yourself a few easy pins, and the others often will cascade behind it. Let's take a moment now, with our eyes closed, to take some deep breaths. However you feel to do so is fine. I'm going to count, and you just simply breathe along with me. We'll go in for a few seconds, hold for a few seconds, and then breathe out for a few seconds. Ready? In, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Out, 2, 3, 4. In, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Out, 2, 3, 4. In, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Out, 2, 3, 4. In, hold, out, in, hold, out. If you feel like you want to drift off and fall asleep, feel free to do so at any time. Simply relax, relax, relax. For those of you who find yourself still unable to relax and unable to fall asleep, I'm going to borrow a technique that I've seen here on YouTube from various other ASM artists, but in particular an ASM artist named Jojo. He made me aware of a technique called the frequency following response, which I did not realize had a name until he named it that. Something like how your body naturally follows rhythms in music, or rather why music has rhythms that appeal to humans. The arrow of causality for that does not point in any particular direction. But in this exercise, if you would like to follow along with me, find some place that is comfortable to take your fingers and tap them at the speed of a ticking stopwatch. Tick, 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 tick. And just continue like this for a moment. Take a deep breath. Relax your eyes. Make sure that they're closed, but they are also relaxed. Relax your jaw, relax your eyebrows and your forehead. Relax your tongue and your mouth. Relax your throat and your neck and your collarbone and the back of your neck and your shoulders. Relax your arms. Relax your hands. Relax your chest and your back. Relax your abdomen.